Hello friends, I'm Marlon and this is MV Pittman Cross Sim Racing. It is a Friday in late August in the year of our Lord Ray McGeechee 2026. And appropriately, I think I will open some boxes. So tell you a little bit about me. I don't have enough money to buy all the things I want. I think that's a scenario for most of us. So sometimes what I do is exchange services for the things that I need. I am capable of designing a few things to be 3D printed, and so sometimes I offer that in exchange for gifts or services, or I usually do a design for donation. The donation can be a piece of equipment. So a good guy, his name is Jake. He is unable to use pedals for his sim rig, and he is ordering the new PGT wheel from Pokornyi. He needs some paddles that can be adapted so he can use what we would traditionally use for clutch pedals as gas, throttle, and brake. I guess if you're a real sim racer, you would never call it gas, you'd call it a throttle, right? So I got in exchange for offering to design those shifters, the shifter paddles actually, the shifters he uses will probably be his own or whatever, just fine. He's sent me some clutch paddles that he was going to use. So one day when I can afford to get a PGT wheel, I can use these on it, or I can use them on some other build. But just show those to you real quick and then we'll move on to the next thing. He packed them very nicely, and they're new. So what you get with the Pokornyi clutch is a nicely wrapped cable there. Hopefully you included paddles, but if you didn't, I have some, so no worries there. M4 mounting, yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I don't know if these look different than the ones that I have. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe they're even newer. Maybe I just forgot what they are like. So I should have got two of those and some tools even to mount them. And I don't recall getting those with my thing either. I just got, I don't know. I got the extra springs though for changing the tension. To be honest, I didn't notice a big difference when I exchanged them on my TGR-H. So I did get shifters, but these shifters are different than what I remember. I don't know if, I'm sorry, I got paddles, but these look different than the ones that I have. They look new. They have a longer slot. So always good to have a little extra somewhere. I think those will be an opportunity to learn more. Yeah, and then the other shifters. So, or keep calling them shifters. They're clutches. All right, I put this down, but I made sure to retract it. The other thing, again, this is a design for donation. Good friend, his name is Jeffrey. He had a wheel rim for the GSI Interlock, although the GSI Interlock can use any rim that has the 70mm hole pattern, and you can use the matrix with any wheel that has that 55mm horn hole. So this was a round 320mm rim, and I actually have a 320 round rim, but it doesn't have the horn hole. So as much as I'd like to say I just wanted it because it was GSI, that is probably not entirely true. I do have that matrix, and there's no way I'm drilling a 55mm hole in some rim. And of course, using the interlock without the matrix that I ended up stealing from a wheel that I bought and then sold. Yeah, there's no way I'm not gonna do that. So I'll put that box down at the side because it's too big to open on camera. But it should just be a wheel rim. perforated leather, which is nice. So yeah, I packaged it with stuff to make it fit and not shake around too much. Although I shook it and I was scared. I'm like, dude, it's only a wheel rim. Can't be that messed up. But gee whiz, man. It really tightened that box. But yeah, so GSI rims often come packaged very nicely. Even if you hold it upside down, still looks nice. Retracted my blade, set that down somewhere. So yeah, this is the 320 millimeter rim. And I mean, this thing is probably brand new. So what Jeffrey offered was a little bit of money, which, you know, you always got a little bit of money because if you design stuff for people, they often compensate you. So good friend Wesley gave me some money for those heel cups, and then I exchanged some of that money for this rim plus future services. So he called in that favor like the next week. So that would be about yesterday. He said, hey, can you make me this wind simulator that I saw on Etsy? So definitely Clone Wars are happening. So I guess if you have some stuff you want to send me and you want me to just clone something you see on Etsy and send you the 3D print file, that gives me an opportunity to learn, which is great. If I don't know how to do it, I can find out. I just use FreeCAD, look at the thing, and then I get to work. And then, of course, if I make something that's really, really cool, then I'll sell it on the Etsy shop and tell everybody all about my intellectual property theft. But yeah, this will go really good on the interlock. Let me see if I can reach that for you. Yeah. So yeah, GSI interlock right here. You're familiar with it. It's got a matrix, but the matrix on the Ultra rim doesn't come off. It's integrated into this rim. So I went ahead and got a second matrix by buying our Lord Ray McGeechee's rim and then selling it to another guy. And well, I bought the whole interlock, then I kept the rim from it. That was a 300 millimeter D shape. So now I've got probably all the rims that I want for this interlock. Easy to exchange, easy to put the matrix in. Maybe we'll do a video reviewing the matrix and the interlock at some point in the future. But yeah, that has been an episode of what I will probably make a series called Mail Sack. I think that's probably the most appropriate pun for receiving things. Yeah, so yeah, got a rim, got some clutches and paddles, and I'm pretty excited. So I'll see you guys maybe in a week when I either receive a package, or if I don't have any funds, I might send something out to somebody and tell you a little bit about what that is. I'll see you guys in the next one.